Home, February 22nd, 7 o'clock p.m. Hi, Jeff. Thanks for agreeing to participate in my Valentine's Day study. I really appreciate your help, and I hope I'll get a better understanding of Valentine's Day through this interview and your perspectives on it. I'm just going to start off with some very basic questions just to get to know you a little bit better.
Okay.
First off, how old are you?
I'm 56.
Okay. What do you do for a living?
I'm a senior vice president for a food company.
Okay. And where do you live? Just the city is fine.
I live in Calabasas, California.
Thank you. Now I have another question for you. Do you have a significant other, be it a wife, girlfriend, fiance?
I have a wife.
Okay. Now we're going to get more into your perceptions of Valentine's Day and what you have done for Valentine's Day, both in the present and in the past. My first question for you is, can you recall something you got from anyone for Valentine's Day when you were a child, and how it made you feel then?
When I was a child, we didn't really exchange Valentine's gifts. We did cards, but the thing I remember the most was in grade school. We used to bring a decorated shoebox to school, and everybody would drop their Valentine's Day cards in there, and the guys at the end of the day would count up how many that they got from girls. That was the big deal.
Okay.
At the time, and I was always thrilled that I got my fair share.
All right. What do you think of Valentine's Day as a holiday, and what feelings do you associate with it most strongly?
It's a challenging holiday for me because our anniversary is February 3rd, and then you turn around and like just barely a week later you got a very similar romantic kind of holiday, so it's kind of challenging in that respect.
Okay. And what feelings do you associate with it mostly?
Mostly romantic ones, just thinking about my wife and marriage and how we met, and trying to drum up something from the past that would seem romantic and be a good reminder of why we got married and why we still love each other.
Okay. In your opinion, what is the main point of Valentine's Day?
Just what I said. Expression of your love for your significant other, and just a time to reflect and have memories of your time together.
Right. Do you feel like there are any expectations, though, that you need to meet for this specific day?
Absolutely.
Yes? Would you mind explaining a few?
Yeah, we always, because we have holidays back to back and we have anniversary and Valentine's Day, we always tell each other we're not going to buy big presents and make a big deal out of it because we just got done doing that on our anniversaries, but then the pressure's on to sort out what the real honest answer is and what the real expectation is. But in the end, mostly the real expectation is to pick just the right card and not have the message be a card message that somebody else did, but one that I wrote myself and was touching in its own way and sincere.
Okay. What have you received from others on past Valentine's Days, and how did you feel about what you received?
Wow, like I said, we don't really do big gifts on Valentine's Day, but there was a year, if I'm recalling the right holiday, where my wife got a new wedding ring. I never liked the original wedding ring I got, and as a consequence, never really seen some rings somewhere, and she picked one out and got it, and I actually wore it for a while.
Okay, that sounds nice. Um, what did you purchase this Valentine's Day, and who was that for?
Well, it was for my wife, obviously. Um, so I got the all-important card,
Of course.
and if I'm not confusing anniversary and Valentine's Day, I believe Valentine's was, she likes, her favorite candy is Reese's peanut butter cups.
Okay.
So like most holidays, there's a Reese's peanut butter something. And in the case of Valentine's Day, a heart-shaped Reese's peanut butter cup. So she got that, and some perfume, which I managed to pick up on the fly at the airport, in fact, because I've been traveling the last 2 weeks and hadn't done my diligence of shopping. And but that's kind of how I had it in my mind the
Okay.
whole time, as I was going to pick it up in the airport on the way home. Got home late, wrapped it up at midnight. It was sitting there when I left for work in the morning, and that's how her day started.
All right. What kind of emotions did you feel when picking out and purchasing your product, or what was your thought process when determining what to purchase?
Well, I wanted to get something that was somewhat romantic, not just an everyday item. Something that had meaning, which would be the card, and the peanut butter. The Reese's thing has kind of become a traditional buy.
Okay.
So need to do that, but I did kind of have anxiety over what the real rules of the game were, in terms of, were we buying gifts or were we not buying gifts, and in the end, for the guy anyhow, the answer to the question is always buy the damn gift.
Okay. Well, did you consider purchasing anything else for Valentine's Day, and how did you come to the decision not to purchase that item?
I'd given some thought to a piece of jewelry, but I thought, one, we had done jewelry on quite a few of the most recent occasions, and it kind of was outside of it was kind of out of bounds from the standpoint of what we agreed to do. So I chose not to, and thought I'd save that for another day and just do the simple, more romantic thing.
Okay. So there was an agreement decision between the two of you that sort of dictated what you ended up getting for Valentine's Day. What kind of agreement was that?
Not make a big deal out of it and spend a lot of money and get big presents was the deal.
Okay, so just keep it small and keep it simple type of thing.
Beyond message, write a nice card.
Okay. If you saw an ad on TV or the internet for, let's say, heart-shaped Reese's peanut butter cups, would you be more likely to purchase it either on the internet or TV, or would you rather go to a store to buy something like that? And why would that be?
Well, it'd be a great reminder that that's one of the traditional things that we do, but I'd probably still buy it at the store because it's something that's at virtually every grocery store or drugstore along my way home, and it's convenient and it's small in any case, so it would seem a waste to buy something that small online and have them ship it. I just make a quick stop in the store, and now I could find what I wanted, and it wouldn't be smashed and mailed and
Right.
late or anything else.
So it just avoids complications in that case. Okay.
And it's what I'm used to doing, so it's an old pattern.
Okay, so it's just a tradition that you usually go to a store to buy it because it's easier on you that way.
Yep, that's what I know.
Okay. Um, that's all the questions I have for you. Do you have anything else you'd like to add? Or
No, nothing really comes to mind.
okay.
Valentine's Day, from a marketing standpoint, I guess I don't watch commercials typically, but the ones I see, I don't typically see Valentine's. I don't
Yeah.
feel like I see a lot of Valentine's advertising. And in any case, it's a more personal holiday, so, after being married for many, many years, we have our traditions already, so those are kind of the things
Okay.
I go for. And, yeah, that's it.
All right. Well, thank you very much for participating in my Valentine's Day study. I
You're
appreciate the
welcome.
assistance. Thank you, Jeff.